Good morning guys, it's Saturday and it's 10:30 almost, but you know, I was up at 6 o'clock sitting downstairs with a bad back, went back to bed, went back to sleep. Now we're just getting breakfast and got to go and do some of the stuff this morning that I didn't do yesterday, such as the post office run, which I didn't do. So we're going to do that today in a minute after breakfast. But we had an exciting delivery just now. Our Winnie the Pooh, what's it called? Christopher Robin? Yeah. Christopher Robin film arrived. So that's tonight's watch. I'm going to cry my eyes out because as soon as the trailer started, within about 10 seconds, I was crying. So I can anticipate that that's going to be happening. Why are these films, they just upset me so much, these animated films. And even if it's not sad, I'll cry anyway. Just cry. I'm trying to open my yogurt with one hand. Breakfast this morning, bit of strawberry yogurt, a little bit of granola, some chia seeds, some almond flaky flakes, maybe a drizzle of honey. Probably don't need it with this yogurt. Yeah, maybe one bit of toast with some peanut butter on because I'm feeling fruity. And yeah, so let's get breakfast and then I can talk to you again when I'm not trying to sort out my yogurt. Also, the weather is rather shite today. Weekend weather right now has been shocking. Look at that, we had strong winds in the night, can you tell? Absolutely shocking. Palm tree everywhere, chairs everywhere. Welcome to coast life. Quick post office run. It's not very nice out here at all. Post office.
Let's go in the rain.
Yeah, it's not very nice, is it?
No, it is not.
Hi guys, we've just gone back from the post office. The weather outside is so horrible, and there's just no, every weekend when you just want to do stuff, it's just so crap at the moment. So at the moment I think I am going to just finish off this other bauble that I'm doing. This one is, it's almost there. It just needs, I think, maybe 1 or 2 more coats, and then I can get the ribbon on it like I did with this one. I am super happy with how that looks though, but it took me quite a long time to learn how to get it to do a little loop bow thing like this. But yeah, how cute is that? I can't see the lettering on it, but... And then I've got to wrap it up at the post office. We bought some more bubble wrap so I can make them nice and secure to send them to where they're going. I also want to make a little card to go with them today, so I'm going to do that too. At some point I'm going to... Oh god, I look so tired. At some point I am going to jump on the spin bike and do probably about 30 minutes steady state cardio. At the moment today I'm feeling quite low today, and actually not necessarily low, but just really horrible. Any girls watching, you'll know what I mean when you just get to those days where you just feel like your body is inflamed and you feel like you're full of water and you feel generally just shit. And that's how I feel today, a bit shitty. I'm just making a little Christmas card to go in with the baubles. Early days yet, lots of brush marks on it, but coming along. Little gingerbread man, and I'm going to write brush letter Merry Christmas on there. So I'm going to get ready to put the ribbon on the bauble now, so I'm just going to set that up and I'll show you me putting that on there. This is the worst angle in the world, but you'll get the gist. So I think I'm going to use the same kind of ribbon as I used my other one, just so it's fair and everyone's got the same. This is proper silk ribbon and I got it from Kate Cullen. Kate with a K, katecullen.co.uk. I got it ages and ages ago. I use it for my business, but I wanted to make these really, really special. So now I've just got to remember how to do this whole, oh gosh, I've got lots of offcuts. So the first thing you want to do is fold it in half, and then the bit that's going to tie is going to be your loop that's going to tie from. So what you want to do is thread, let's turn it round this way, thread it through whatever it is you're using, the loopy part. Oh gosh, you're slipping. Oof, didn't even notice. can't wait to get my new camera, guys. It's gonna make my life so much easier. It's so hard to film on the phone, especially an old iPhone as well. So I've threaded it through the loop and it's gone through the back like that. So that's about as long as I want. Let me see how long the other one is. It's got things stuck to it. Okay, let me see. Maybe a little bit shorter. So that's what it's going to look like, hopefully by the end. Hopefully. Okay, so maybe a little bit pulled through. And then what you need to do is secure that as a loop. So when the two other parts of the ribbon are behind, just bring them over the front, either side of the hole. That makes sense. Tie them in a knot. Any loose, if you're using a silk ribbon, you know you'll get loads of loose bits of thread. You can always cut those off at the end, which is what I did on the last one. But that kind of is what it's all about with silk ribbon. So let's just secure that with a knot. Got one bit there that's sort of so I've got my little hanging loop there. I'm going to actually tie in a second, just a regular little crossover knot. Tie that in so that it's really nice and secure, not going anywhere. And then I'm just going to tie my bow. And the way that you tie the bow for this is, rather than when you do your shoelaces, you wrap the bow and then you go in front. When you wrap the other one around, you go behind, but I need to have it facing me to do that, so I'm just going to do that and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so now I've got my bow, and by tying it backwards when you do the bow, you get both bits of ribbon that fall forwards rather than one going up that way and one going down that way. Yeah, I'm just going to cut these down and neaten up the bow a little bit, make it look a little bit prettier, and then we're good. Then all I've got to do is finish the card, wrap these bad boys, and I'll post them on Monday. Good evening, guys. Please excuse the state of me. I've had one of those days today where I feel, quite frankly, I feel like shit. I felt the same yesterday, and just gonna have to roll with it. Yeah, so right now I'm gonna make dinner, and I'm making a chickpea curry, so I thought I'd just show you. It's the easiest recipe in the world. I'm gonna turn you around so you can see. I've got everything ready, so we can just get on with it, and I'll show you what goes into it. All you need herb-wise is a teaspoon of garam masala, a teaspoon of ground coriander, and a teaspoon of turmeric. That's already gone in there with 2 cloves of garlic. I'm going to add some oil and I'm going to get this on the heat. If you want onions, we don't put onions in because I get really bloated on them, and so does Joe. If you want onions, cook your onions in a little bit of oil first for a couple of minutes to soften them, and then add your teaspoon of those 3. So garam masala, ground coriander, and turmeric, I don't know how you say, and then 2 cloves of garlic. So because I don't add onions, I'm just going to add a bit of oil just to get this all mixed in as like a paste, and then I'm going to add in my tin of chopped tomatoes. That just needs to go in and heat up for about 5 minutes or so. Then you add in your coconut milk. You can use reduced fat or full fat. Today I've got full fat, but I have used reduced fat before. You know, it's absolutely fine. That just needs to then simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes or until it thickens up a bit. Mine doesn't always thicken, not really sure why. But what I would say is, if you're going to cook it a little bit earlier than you want to eat it, and let it sit in the pot for a bit, and then it sort of thickens up, and also it freezes really well, this curry. So then at the very end you just add your chickpeas, heat them through, and that is it, and it freezes amazingly. So right here I've got my tomatoes and my spices and stuff and my garlic. What I forgot to say is right at the very end when you add the chickpeas in, so you've cooked this for 10 minutes, you've added your coconut milk for 15-20 minutes. You can also add your chickpeas in at the end with some, say, quarters of fresh tomatoes, just for a little bit of added texture and flavour if you want to. I do it if I've got spare tomatoes, but it doesn't matter if you haven't. You can also garnish it with some fresh coriander if you want to, but I keep it really basic and just kind of go with what I've got in the cupboard. So, yeah, but this is what it'll look like when you've just got your, if you've put onions in, then great. So just your spices and your tomatoes. Just cook it through for a bit, and then you're adding your coconut milk. Really disappointed that this weekend is so bad weather-wise. We were really hoping to get out and about and, you know, take you guys off somewhere, but it's just not meant to be. Also, apologies for no fact of the day yesterday and today. It's just been a weird couple of days, really. I feel really strange. I'm feeling kind of, I often find that when I vlog I get really self-conscious because you see yourself in a whole different way, don't you? And I'm just trying to get into the habit of being more myself on camera, because sometimes I can be quite self-conscious, and I think that brings out sort of different sides of you, but also it's just getting used to seeing yourself from different angles. I mean physically seeing yourself, not getting all deep and meaningful here. Yeah, it's a struggle, but you know, it's a struggle that I want to get on board with because I need to get better at seeing myself as I am and not trying to make myself somebody else. So there you go. Oh God, that needs to come off the heat. It's spitting on me. Don't spit on me. A massive thank you to Catherine from Catnip Illustrations. I'll link her channel below. Oh my God, it's spitting all over me. Because I sent her one of my, just gonna add the coconut milk, guys, bear with me. Wait, I need 2 hands for this. And anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I sent Catherine from Catnip Illustrations one of my hand painted letters that I've been doing. I made her a letter C in her favourite colour, like a baby pink, and I sent it to her not to get featured on her channel, just because I really think she is kind of really inspirational, and for her age as well, she's just doing really, really well for herself. And I wanted to say thank you because she's done a lot of things online that a lot of creatives don't do, such as giving out lots of advice for people that want to use Procreate, and people that are trying to get enamel pins made, or how she goes about lots of processes within her business. And that is something that a lot of creatives don't do because they don't want to give away their secrets or give away their manufacturers and stuff, and it means a lot to me that she does that. So I sent that to her as a thank you, and she featured me on her Instagram and on her YouTube video to say thanks for, you know, she's like an unboxing of some stuff she gets sent. And I sent it just because I was really grateful to her for the way she is and the way she comes across and stuff. So yeah, just a massive thank you to her. She won't see this because she doesn't watch this channel, definitely, but you never know. But yeah, I was really, really chuffed to get featured on her video. I'll link the video down below, and it's right at the end that she shows you what I sent her. So if you want to see that, then definitely go and have a look. I'll link that video at the end and then just forward it to the end. But she inspires me a lot because I want to have a little kind of office/studio space one day, and what she has is something that I'd really, really like. So I look up to her. I think she's awesome, even though she's about 10 years younger than me. But you know, some of us are late starters. Okay, I just added the coconut milk. I'm going to show you what that looks like now. Okay, coconut milk is added, giving it a good stir, and when that starts simmering, just want to leave it for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes until it starts to thicken. Actually, this coconut milk feels a little bit thicker to start with. I think they're all different depending on how long they've been in the tin for. This one's just a Morrison's own one. Yeah, so I'm going to leave that. We've got some plain poppadoms to have with it. I'm going to have some rice, and that is our Saturday night dinner, and then it's Christopher Robin.